Hey, hey, y'all. What's up? How you doing? Okay, y'all. Right here, I got one of those tins from the Dollar Tree. Y'all have seen them. They have them every year. I'm just going to take my tin snips and very carefully, look, y'all, if you do this, you should wear some gloves to protect your hands. Because I'm just going to cut my little container in half. I mean, it's pretty easy with the tin snips, but I just don't want anybody to get cut. So anyway, after I cut it in half, I'm going to cut the bottom there off of it really close up to the edge. Not like completely. I'm just going to leave a little bit because I want that seam-like thing to remain on the bottom of what I'm doing. Yeah. Anyway, and my hammer is at my daughter's. So I'm going to take my lineman pliers and bang on my tin thing till I get it flat. And then I'm just going to round off the edges there on the very corner. See, just beat it down and keep your fingers away from it. And I'm just going to clip it to the size I want it and how I need it. Now, y'all are like, you're crazy. I'm not doing that, but it's worth it in the end. So I've had that since year before last. And I think it said thankful or blessed or something on the front of it. And I tore that off and used it. So I'm going to take my elephant chalk paint by Waverly and my white chalk paint by Waverly. And I'm just going to paint my sign just like, I don't know, like the gray was still wet when I put the white on and kind of mixed them together. Excuse me. So I'm going to take my square there and then just my metal ruler because I need it longer. And I didn't want to cut like something else related there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to make like shiplap lines. And I'm going to take 4 swipes each way. And I'm even doing it like sideways there. You see what I'm saying? With my box cutter. And then I did get deeper with those pruning shears. I did it. Was it last video or video before? I don't know, y'all. It just all starts running together eventually. So then I took my fine tip Sharpie and I put like little nail heads at the end of each board. See? Or you know what I mean. Not board, but you know what I'm saying. And right here, I'm just going to cover the back with hot glue because we got to cover up the ugly because we want our signs to look nice. I'm just going to take my little finger knife and cut that paper off from around it. And then repoke my holes back in it because I'm going to use the same jute twine that came on the sign. Okay, right here, y'all. Taking that Fix All glue. It comes from the Dollar Tree. Love that stuff. It's supposed to be equivalent to E6000. And I have Gorilla Glue and E6000, actually, both. But I always use that Fix All. I really like it. And I'm going to put Fix All and hot glue, which you know hot glue ain't going to stick to tomato, but I'm hoping it'll stick, long enough for me to do what I got to do, which it really didn't. In the beginning, it didn't help, but eventually it got there. So, because I think my Fix All started drying. So, I'm going to glue my whatever that is that I cut, that I made. You know what I'm saying? Gluing that thing down to my sign. And I'm going to put Fix All in there. And then I'm going to put hot glue like around it because I kind of wanted that to make like look like it was kind of welded or something, you know what I mean? I wanted that glue on the outside. And I'm going to take a little nail and start me some holes so I can get it through that tin. And I'm going to push me some tacks in there. It's just some regular old thumbtacks. Or pound them in. I'm going to pound them. Pounding them. Anyway, y'all, we got so many new subscribers. Welcome everyone to the family. Okay, that is by Folklore. It's a chalk paint, but it's called Rust. And I was gonna go away around with that, and I've used it before in the past, but maybe it's old. I don't know. So I just, because it's textured too, it's got like, I don't know, something in it, maybe sand, I don't know. But I took that burnt umber and then that rust, that's what it's called, that color is rust, and I mixed them together, and I kind of like that color better because it seemed like it was just too orangish reddish before, and I don't know, I know it's like it looks orangish reddish now, but it just looks better. And I'm going all around the tacks and I'm slinging it all over the top of that, and then I'm wiping it off, and I'm taking my knife and making some slits in it, and then I'm going to put that rust stuff down in it. What is this? Wow, I don't even know. So, anyway, after I do all that jazz, I'm going to take 3 of those little hook tacks, I don't know what they're called, from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put some Mod Podge on them, and then I'm going to paint them with Waverly Silver Lining, and when that dries, I'm going to paint them with that Folk Art Metallic paint. Oh, no. Oh, no. Acrylic paint. And I gave it 3 coats of that. Anyway, and I'm going to stick it down one on each end, and then one in the middle. And I'm taking some of that rust, and guys, I'm taking that same stuff I rusted with and rusting up those tacks, too. Anyway, put me some tulips in there and put some hot glue down the front of my tin, and instead of stuffing it down in the thing, and there you go. Is that not pretty? And see, you can hang little things from your little hanging tacks. I think that is adorable. I've never seen anybody do that before. Anyway, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, okay, y'all. Right here. I love this one. I got those eggs last year. None of my Dollar Trees have them out yet. So, those are leftovers. And there's 8 in a pack. And I'm going to trace them out on that buffalo check paper I got from the Hobby Lobby. And then 3 of them. And then I'm going to trace 3 of the ones on these burlap. Now, what I do here, y'all, amazes me. And I can't believe it actually worked. But anyway, it did. So, just always trying new things. Or being lazy. I think I was just being lazy. So, I took my glue there, my glue stick, and glued my paper on my eggs. But I'm thinking, wonder if I put extra glue stick on this egg, if it'll hold down the burlap. It did, y'all. And I braided it down and even had humps and wrinkles in it, and it flattened them right out and stuck right to that glue. Y'all. Anyway, so I got one of those things at Christmas time from the Dollar Tree. I mean, I'm always saying the Dollar Tree, but you know. And I'm going to sand it down real good. Sand it real good. Sand it off real good. And both sides. And take you a wipe and wipe that off. Get all that dust off there. It just, I don't know. Well, you don't have to. You can paint your dust if you want. I don't care. So, I'm going to take Waverly Chalk Paint Truffle. And I'm going to paint that entire thing. And I'm going to paint me 6 tumbling tower blocks. I'm just going to cut off my paper there with my finger knife. Now, I'll put that in my description box in my last video. And that's my little finger sander. I'll put them in the description box of this video. Oh, my daughter's house was built in 1900, not 1800. Try to let y'all know this. I'm going to take those stickers there from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to spell out Easter. Yep. I can't believe I had enough letters to do that, because I got so many of them missing out of them 2 packs. And I'm going to take my antique wax and just take one of them stencil brushes from the Dollar Tree and go around my edges real good and highlight them. I want them to pop. And then I'm going to take and put a couple dots, like specks, like throughout. You see what I mean? To make it look all rustic and stuff. I love that. Then I take me some Mod Podge, because the stickers didn't want to stick to the burlap very well, but they stuck to the rest of it. So, otherwise I wouldn't have put Mod Podge on it. So, I'm just going to glue them together, like on the very, very corner. I'm going to glue the burlap ones on the buffalo check ones, and I lined them up there on my mat to get them even. Now I'm going to take my tumbling tower blocks and glue them longwise on the back of each one of my, each one of my eggs. And it took a whole pack of this. I got a stick out there, and I'll show you why later. So, I don't know where I'm at. So I just put a bunch of hot glue and laid Spanish moss down there. A whole pack of Spanish moss. And I got that from the Dollar Tree. Every bit of this came from the Dollar Tree except the burlap and the paper. And I wish they had that kind of stuff. But anyway. So, and then I just trimmed it down after hot glued on there. And on my burlap ones, I put gingham bows. And on my gingham eggs, I put that ribbon. Made bows with that. Thank you, Miss Stephanie. She sent me that, and I can't find it in my stores, y'all. But anyway, I put some of my carrots in there and some of my little eggs I made in there. And oh my goodness, is that not absolutely gorgeous? That sounded, I said that. I said, is that not gorgeous? It is gorgeous. I don't know, y'all. Okay, right there. I got that buffalo check fabric from the Dollar Tree. Every bit of this except 2 different fabrics. All of it came from the Dollar Tree. That orange one didn't. I got it at Walmart for 98 cents. So, you know what I mean. It's 2 cents cheaper. And I got that one at Walmart. That gingham one for like, I don't know. It couldn't be much because like I said, I'm tight. I'm cheap. And anyway, I just cut out some, I'm making some carrots here, y'all. And I'm just hot gluing them together. Those squares I think were 9 inches, and then I cut them in those shapes. Cut them in half and in half. But you'll figure it out when you start to do it. I don't know how to explain it because I don't measure things, and I'm so sorry I don't measure things. I'm the worst. And just taking hot glue and continually gluing them together. I don't know why I can't say that. Continually. Anyway, right there I'm making a little teeny tiny carrot. It's so cute. I don't even know if y'all get to see that one. But it's so cute. Anyway, so here I'm making a bigger carrot. I'm making all different sizes and all different shapes. And y'all see here in a minute. After you set them aside and let them dry, let them cool off. Just keep making your carrots and letting the other ones cool. And then when you're done, you start turning them inside out. Inside out. Yeah. Inside. Outside in. Inside out. I don't even know, y'all. I'm so confused right now. And I got some polyfill, which you could take pillows or any old stuffing or anything. Take you some dust mops from the Dollar Tree and stick it down in there. Y'all have seen me use dust mops before. Anyway. And then take you some jute. And I don't have a third hand. I wish I did. Sometimes. No. Well, maybe. Man, it'd be quick doing dishes, wouldn't it? Anyway, I have a dishwasher, but I wash my dishes anyway. And anyway, take a jute twine. I don't know why I told y'all that. Jute twine and double knot it at the top. And right here, I'm making a long, thin one. Now, y'all may have a better way to do this. And because y'all smarter than me. But this is how I do it. And I'm just teaching y'all the way I do it. Just try and glue up my fabric and fold it over. I cut that excess off. And when it dries, turn inside out, fluff it. But look right here, y'all. I'm cutting all the tops off of them. But I pulled that apart and I was like, that would be the cutest bunny rabbit, y'all. Make a bunny rabbit carrot. Look. Put eyes and nose and little whiskers. And oh my goodness. That would be adorable. I should have done it, but I didn't. And I'm just cutting the tops off all my carrots. Like I said, every bit of that fabric I'm using came from Dollar Tree. I don't know where my white and black carrots went, but who knows. But I didn't use them. And I was going to show you, this is something you can do. Just take some ribbon or some jute and tie them up and set them on a tiered tray or set them on a shelf somewhere, something like that. But that's not what I'm doing. I took all the strings where I tied them up, tied the top of them up, and I took one carrot and put a really long string on it, and I doubled it over, and I'm tying all my carrot strings to that really long string that I left over, and I knocked that up, and look, I got me some hanging carrots, and oh my goodness. Anyway, and I'm taking some like leftover greenery that I have, and lavender and boxwood and eucalyptus and all that jazz, and I'm putting it down in the top of my carrots. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all may not love this, but I'm in love with it. And I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I just thought, well, that might be a cute idea. So I did it. And there's the bow I made. And I wanted to show some of y'all want to know how I made my bows. And I ended up cutting it out of this video. Well, actually, I couldn't find it. Anyway, I got a jumbo craft stick there. And I'm going to tie a knot in the top of that double jute that I use. I hope I'm explaining this, y'all. I'm a mess. And I'm taking hot glue, wood glue, and I made that knot, and I put that I glued the string between them jumbo craft sticks so I'd have something to glue my bow to. Yeah. And I put a ton of hot glue on my bow. And I'm going to stick it to my my craft sticks. Anyway, I got one of them chalkboard tags from the Dollar Tree. And I put a lark's not head in it. Or, yeah. Lark's head not, I don't know. And I put here, bunny, and little heart. And I used my paint marker. See, I messed up the one tag. And, well, I took the jute off the one I messed up and put it on the new one. And I just tied that to my little bunch of carrots. And look, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't know why. I thought it was a genius idea. I think it's adorable, y'all. Oh, my goodness. I hope y'all like it, too. Okay, y'all. Right here. Got one of them box signs. I don't know what they're called, from the Dollar Tree. And heaven only knows how long I've had it. And I give the thing 2 coats of Waverly White chalk paint. Look, my eggs are drying there. And the second coat, I put really thick, and I take my heat gun, and I dry it on high heat. You can do your hair dryer on high, hot heat, and it'll crack that paint, and I think it makes it look old and rustic. So, anyway, I'm going to take 4 jumbo craft sticks here, and I'm going to paint them white. Oh, my goodness, my mouth is so dry, y'all. Yeah. Oh, if you make this, paint the whole thing, because I ended up, unless you do it different, I'll explain here in a minute. So, I'm going to take a wet wipe, and I'm going to take my misting bottle, and I spray water on my wet wipe, and I dip it in my lid, that elephant chalk paint, and I'm running it all up and down my sticks, and wiping it on, and it, as you wipe back and forth, it comes off some of it, and I just keep wiping and wiping and wiping, because I like that look. And I'm going to do the same thing with my box there. Just wipe it on, and then I take the tip and make it kind of pointy, and make me some lines there in it, and do it all over the whole thing. And I got one of them candle holders there. That was from Hobby Lobby. I've had them forever. And I paint it in the elephant chalk paint by Waverly. Oh, and then 6 of those, you need 8 of those little cubes. Oh, I painted the white on top of my elephant while the elephant was still wet, and wiped it off to make it match my jumbo craft sticks. Anyway, those little cubes, I needed 8 of them, and I only painted 6 of them white, and I don't know why I don't know what I'm thinking sometimes. And then I couldn't find my other packs. I don't know where they're at. So I had to put 2 tumbling tower blocks on the side of it. I'll paint those later. But anyway, take my hot glue, wood glue, and I glued it all the way to the edge there, and attached it to them little blocks, because I wanted my sign to have a bigger, like, base. Anyway, I was going to cut them off and make it like, do 40-degree angles, 45-degree angles on all the sticks. I was going to cut them like that, and I changed my mind and ended up liking it like that with the round on it. And on my Cricut, I cut out "Worthy is the Lamb." I saw that sign somewhere. Well, it don't look like mine, but but I saw that "Worthy is the Lamb" somewhere. So I created that on my Cricut, and I'm just going to use it. I got stencil vinyl there, and I'm going to stencil that on there. And I'm going to use elephant chalk paint. Now, I give it 2 coats, and I put it on, and I shortly after put another coat on, and I rip it off while it's wet, because I don't want it to get dried on there, and when I go to tear my stencil off, it tear my paint off. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think this is just, I love this, y'all, and it matches my sign I made for Valentine's Day, and they're the same color and everything. Excuse me. So, look, I've had that for 3 years. I got it for 25 cents from Kroger's. It's a little burlap ribbon and a brown and white, like a tan and white, beige and white, whatever, baker's twine that came with it. 2 rolls for 25 cents. And I'm just going to wrap it around my sign there at the top of it. I don't remember where I saw this, y'all. If I can remember, I'd tell you. And I'm going to hot glue it there to the back. And then make me a little bow. Just a little awareness bow. Oh, I hurt my wrist, y'all. I don't know if I told you, but the very first day I went to my daughter's house to help start removing stuff, I fell down part of the basement steps. And my wrist is killing me. Anyway, and I found those finally at the Dollar Tree, them laser cut crosses. Oh my goodness, they're beautiful. And so I ran what little bit of that baker's twine I had left through there, tied a knot in it, glued it down to the upper left-hand side of my sign. And then I'm going to take some lambs here, because y'all know when I do something godly, I think of the Lamb of God, and then I do have an actual lamb on this picture. And remember, if any of y'all don't know Jesus, you want to know who he is, just email me. I'll tell y'all about him. Yeah. How much he loves you. So anyway, and I love you guys. Y'all just mean the world to me. I mean, gee whiz. Oh, and we got to get together about a giveaway. Oh, I forgot. Yes, because the 10,000, y'all. Anyway, there it is. And I think that is gorgeous. I love it. Y'all could do your frame different than I did mine, but I think it looked all rustic and I just absolutely loved it. And I hope y'all like it too. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Got one of them trucks there from the fall. I can't talk today, y'all. Words. Anyway, and I'm going to fill my holes with lightweight spackle. And then I'm going to sand it down and sand all around it. Mine had little fuzzy things sticking all around it. And I'm going to take that gorgeous Nantucket blue from Folk Art. Plaid sent me that, and I love that color. Anyway, I get to use it again now. Woo! Yay! Woo, 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 woo. I don't know. So I'm going to mark off a line there for my tires. Now, I got to keep looking back at the front of the picture. And don't think y'all can't do this, because you can. And you do it with the pencil. Pencils have erasers. You can erase it. You know what I mean? Y'all can do this. And then I'm going to make my bumper. And then I'm going to erase. See, I erased a lot on here. But y'all didn't see all the erasers. So I took a paint bottle and I made the roundness of my window there, and then I took my square there and made line and lined it back up on the other end and rounded it off. Can y'all see it? I don't even know. So I'm going to take that silver lining by Waverly, and I'm going to paint the outer like trimming of my window. See, mine's crooked as a dog's hind leg, but I love it, and that's what makes it mine. People would rather buy stuff like that. I mean, I'm not selling it, but I'm just telling you. Anyway, I don't know. And I paint my bumper, and then I paint my tires black. And I'm going to take that Waverly white chalk paint, and I'm going to paint my back window, and I'm going to paint my license plate, and I'm going to put me some little lines in my tires, so as not to see, leave them plain black. And then I just like, do that kind of stuff with my, see, you could put the other half of that flower and whatever on the back of that truck I was showing you. But instead, I took tumbling tower blocks and one of those little wood slats, you get those 6 in a pack or whatever from Dollar Tree, and I paint all them in the Nantucket blue. Y'all, this is adorable. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm in love. I saw Sammy at Unicorn Dust Designs do something similar. Yeah, and I watched her do that, and I thought, well, I'm going to do it one day, so I decided to do it. And I cut one of my tumbling tower blocks in half to make so it would run all the way up to the top of my little slat. 2 of them together was too big. And I had to put a little gap now down there with my 3 tumbling tower blocks. But anyway, yeah. Just measuring them out there and gluing them down. And then gluing them, sand them down after I cut them. But that miter box cut that tumbling tower block right in 2 in like a New York minute. Or second, New York second. It was fast. Anyway, I'm just going to paint them that Nantucket blue. And then, I printed out Hello Spring. Now, y'all, I put that on crooked as a dog's hind leg. Look at that. I was like, and then I made my spring straight, and I'm like, well, just may as well put it crooked with the hello. So, anyway, printed out Hello Spring. This thing is so cute. And then, for the license plate, I took my pencil and wrote out the Halls, Halls, because that's my last name. Hall, Hall. But because there's multiple of us, we're Halls. I don't know why I'm telling y'all that mess. I'm a mess. And then I put a heart on that. And then I just like, yeah, just I know what I'm doing there. You know what I'm doing? See? with my Sharpie. Okay. Now, I got one of those it's a wood ring. I know what it's for. I just can't think. Oh, and I took my clear Waverly wax and put it all over my little truck and all over macrame ring. That's what it's called. I don't know if I got those from Amazon or from the Goodwill. Anyway, I'm just going to take me some jute. I got that from Walmart. That stuff is thicker and it lasts you forever. Do a lark's head knot. That's going to be my hanger for my little truck. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I'm going to run it down the back there. It ain't going nowhere. This is going to be sturdy. Put my jute on there and hold that up tight to make sure it's even. See? Both ways. And put extra hot glue on it. And then take masking tape. And I'm going to put masking tape on it because that helps it stick and hold better. And it's got a ton of hot glue. And then with the masking tape. And then I'm going to, okay. I don't like to waste the craft paper. It's shipping paper, packing paper, whatever you want to call it. Comes from the Dollar Tree. So whenever I use it, a lot of times, I just take the dirty side and put it face down on the back of my signs. I mean, nobody's going to see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then hot glue it down. And then if someone does see it laid down life, I give it to somebody and they give it away and something happens, the back gets torn, they're going to be like, oh, wow, that's an ugly back. Oh, no. That paper that was covering it has some paint on it. I mean, they ain't going to care if they see the back of that ugly truck now, you know what I mean? Because I mangled it. And I'm just talking about nonsense. Anyway, so you can take and put little, like I put lavender in the back of the little truck and some spring florals and all that jazz. Or you could put carrots down in the back of your truck or some eggs or whatever you want. And then I put some lavender with my carrots. And I'm going to make a messy bow. Now, I took a bunch of different kind of ribbon and I cut it at 5 inches. I took all different kinds of ribbon. I walked away because I went to my ribbon rack. Anyway, and I took some baker's twine and I took some raffia and I tore it down. Split it down the middle and stuff. And I'm going to make a messy bow. Did I already say that? So you put, you see? You go XX across, XX across, XX across. Even just random, not neat, not in any certain order. And then take a wire tie and zip tie it together, a zip tie, whatever. And then take it and bundle it up like a pom-pom, trim it all up, get it looking how you want. And then I put a pop cleaner down the center of it so I can hang it there on my thing. And I thought, well, when I put me some Easter eggs in there, I'll have all them different colors. And I got the orange with the carrots and the blues and all the spring colors. And I can trade out whatever goes in the back of my truck. Because my bow's going to match it. Isn't that adorable, y'all? I think it's so cute. I love it. I'm going to hang that on my front door. I love that. Oh my goodness. And it was so easy and so quick. And you all can do it. I'm telling you. It was just that easy. Okay. Got one of them candle pillars from the Dollar Tree. You know when they had the different. I like that style. I only found one of them. But anyway, that is a glass paintbrush. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. And that actually does help you paint that stuff better. Smoother, less problems. So, anyway, I'm going to take that Nantucket blue again because, again, you guys, I absolutely 120% love that paint color. It is beautiful. Just paint the whole thing, and I do give it 2 coats because I'm going to put my thing on there upside down. And look, when y'all, you're going to use your brush again, just wrap it in your wet wipe, your baby wipe, or wrap it in saran wrap, or put it in Ziploc baggie, and it'll keep until you use it again. And it won't dry out. And I got one of them, that's the bigger clothes from Dollar Tree. I had two of them, I used one. Look at all the dust. Ew, look at that. I'm showing y'all. I'm sorry, I dust my craft room, but I don't dust each piece because I'd never get anything done. So, I'm taking some more, and I painted it in Nantucket blue, but not the inside, the base of it. More of my air dry clay and making me some bigger eggs. Y'all know how I made eggs and carrots last week. Well, I'm making some bigger eggs this time. And at first I painted them in plaster chalk paint, and I'm like, well, darn, you can't even tell the difference. It's the same color as the clay. But I painted all three of them anyway because I already painted one. And I got that little bird there from the Dollar Tree. I know y'all's thinking, what in the world? Yeah, I know, right? But I have plans. Now, if you got children around, they need to close their eyes or not look because I'm going to mutilate this bird. I tore its hind end off by accident when I pulled out the tail feathers. Then I'm pulling its eyes out and pulling its beak off because I'm going to paint it. And I saved the piece of the butt that I tore off. See? And I actually painted it. And then I put a skewer in the hole it already had. I'm like a 2-year-old. And because I didn't want to paint a new hole, poke a new hole in it. And I painted it with the plaster chalk paint. And look, I left the clip on there, but I decided to take the clip off because I couldn't find a stick in the yard because there's 8 feet of snow outside. And I paint the tail feathers or whatever those are. And I paint the eyes and the beak with ink black chalk paint by Waverly. Anyway, and then I go back in and paint my eggs with that Nantucket blue and let them dry. Anyway, as soon as I made those eggs, I painted them, and then I painted them again, and that actually made them dry faster. So that's stuff you can work with it right away. Okay, now, I got that's from Folk Art. That's cement chalk paint by Folk Art, and it's got texture and stuff in it. Like I said, it may be saying, I don't know. So I paint the tail feather, shake a tail feather, and I paint my bird. Because I want it to look, well, concretey in a way, but you guys can mix. Look at that. How good I love that stuff. Can you see it? Can you see the texture in it? You can use baking soda and gray paint and you get the same effect, y'all. I was just being lazy. I ain't gonna lie. And I thought I better use this stuff. I bought it. I've had it 2 years and it keeps sitting around. I barely use it. But anyway, I'm going to take me some Spanish moss there and I'm just going to make me a nest. Just keep fooling with that stuff and fooling with it and fooling with it until you make your bird's nest. It's real easy, y'all. I need to get a drink. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh. Okay. Look here. I was going to, well, I still did, but I was going to put little speckles on but I was like, what's wrong with this paintbrush? My bristles kept going up inside of it. And every time I touched it, they'd go up inside of it. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then I pulled them back down again so I could use it. Pulled the dang things clear out. I love those brushes, but I think that one's set in water too long. But I just put little specks on my eggs. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to hot glue them there in my nest. I love this, y'all, when it's done. I know I put a lot of I take a lot of different steps, do a lot of different things for my DIYs. And maybe it's too much for some of y'all. Y'all like, oh, she just does this. She just goes on and on with her. I just like for them to look nice, and I like for them to be neat and finish painted, and I don't like them all messy and sloppy. Now, I may craft messy and sloppy, but I like my stuff to look nice, and I know I put a lot of detail and stuff sometimes, but y'all don't have to do that. That's just me. That's how I do it. I'm a difficult person. I'm the least difficult person in the world. I am so just go with the flow, whatever. So I'm going to take white chalk paint, and my bird didn't have wings. And I have some feathers, but I'm like, that would look so dumb. I'm not doing that. So I just painted it some wings, and I just was like, going on a wish and a prayer. I didn't know how it was going to look, if it's going to look bad or what. So then I took the tail feathers, put some white paint on it. You know what? It turned out wonderful. It looks awesome. I absolutely love this. It's gorgeous, y'all. It's just something so simple, and it turned out so pretty. There's why I needed music when I pause a minute. See, look at my little bird. Oh my goodness. And I hot glue her on there. She's sitting on her eggs. I was wiping that glue off. And because I didn't have a stick, but it needed it anyway, some Spanish moss around it. And you can't see the glue on top of the cloche. And I trimmed it up there, and I do find a stick in Spanish moss later. And I set my little bird on it, and oh my goodness, so simple. And I put jute bow on it, wrapped jute around the bottom, and I am in love with that. It's so pretty. I just love it. I really, really do. Look at it. Oh my goodness. I'm in love with it. And see, its wings don't look bad. I thought they would, but they don't. I don't think the camera does it any justice. Okay, y'all. Here's everything, I reckon. Oh my goodness, that was fast. Or you guys are like, not to us, you should have been watching it. Anyway, at the end of the video, I got a really quick run through my daughter's house out for some of y'all to see. I'm still praying for y'all that needs prayers. I'm so glad that I can put a smile on y'all's face, because you all absolutely put smiles on my face. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. You mean the world to me. Big hugs. Mwah. Okay, y'all, look at this room. Isn't that so pretty? The woman they bought the house from was 83 years old, and her son look at that. Painted that jet in that one wall, in that one room. Painted that Mickey Mouse in that. Look at that ornate doorknob. Oh my goodness. Look, we've torn this house up. Look at the door frames. Oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. Now my husband just hung that door because there's one, the one that was on there, it was dragging, and he went down the basement. They had like 3 more doors down there. They had the door frames and everything. And that little lady left my daughter that. That's the master bedroom. I don't know. I'm going so fast. Look at the window frames. Oh, do you look? Oh my goodness. Now this makes me dizzy, but I videoed it. Anyway, there's the staircase. I'm afraid of heights, y'all. Anyway, yeah, somebody, they nailed some of they had chair railing all the way through the house. Well, my daughter didn't like it. She don't like that half and half. She wanted it to be open. Well, they nailed some of it on, and then some of it they put on with liquid nail, you guys. Here's the guest bedroom. Oh, I'm going fast. Sorry. Yeah. That's some of her stuff in there, of course. Anyway, she's setting up that bedroom for my mom and daddy, because, they can't climb them steps. But her daddy's going to, build her a shoe rack in there and a bench for when they come in, they can go in there and sit down, take their shoes off, and keep their snow boots and stuff there. Okay, here's, I don't know. I'm so confused now. I don't know what. Okay, look at that. And there's nothing there, just about 2-inch deep shelf. So my husband's going to take that off. Her daddy's going to take it off for her. And I'll show you where he's going to put it in a minute. But I've taken off all the cabinet doors, and there's my daughter. She's like, oh no, Mom, don't do this to me. She's real tall, like 5'8". I'm like 4'11". We couldn't be different, but we do look alike. She does look like me. Oh, she's lucky. No, I'm joking. Anyway, she's beautiful. I'm just old and wrinkly now, but look at this sink, y'all. I love that sink. Of course, I don't like the faucet and stuff. We're going to change that, and we don't like the red countertops. Well, she don't, but I kind of like, I could get into that. Anyway, he's going to, there's 2 doors onto that shelf, because we don't know what the world. And then this, we don't know what the world this is. So I'm going to build some shelves in there for her, because we don't know. Look how pretty them floors are. See, y'all made a mess. Look at that. We got to get rid of that stove and stuff. But anyway, and then here's me. See where they put that liquid nail on the wall? I'm going to take my all-purpose tool and sand that off there. And look, I had to work my hind end off getting that stuff off. I went through 2 or 3 sanding pads, y'all, just for like, I don't know, 6-foot sections of where they did it. It just wore out that fast. That stuff is hard as rock.